Hi guys, it's Tara. Welcome back to Tara's Take. It's Sunday and we are going to work on our folio today. Now I got to tell you guys, I've been looking at it and I realize that I should not, I'm regretting that I went in and did the cover. I got to be honest. I don't usually do that. And I got excited because I hadn't worked on a folio in a minute. And so I got all excited when I was doing it and decided, I'll get most of it done off camera and I'll just do some touches, here and there on camera. But you guys gave me such a great response. And I realize now that I should have done the whole process with you guys. We had already started the altered book. And I didn't know if y'all wanted to be doing two types of journals at once. And it's all a learning curve for me. But anyway, I probably, just for a heads up, I will probably be going to come back on this and do another cover. I mean, I'm gonna leave this cloth on here and probably take the button off, and then I'm deciding whether I want to do another cloth cover or if I want to do a collage. So you guys let me know what you think, because I'm curious to know some opinions. Oh, I'm trying to fix my chair. Sorry, kids. There we go. Okay. So what I did today was I printed out some pages that I thought would be pretty in here, because it does seem, after, I don't know, let me remind you of the other page that we did a couple weeks ago. We did this, okay, or a week ago, and I'm just thinking that it's kind of given it a fall theme, or color scheme, or kind of more earthy colors. So today I took one of the pages out of my which one is this? Children of God DigiKit. And I went ahead and printed out some fussy cuts, and I've been cutting them. I glued them to some cardstock, the buff cardstock. I've still got a couple pages over here to cut. But anyway, I printed out a few background pages, and I thought that maybe, and I did one collage page because I thought this kind of looked autumny with the dark reds, And I thought we could go through the book and just kind of find some places that we want to recover, because I'm not real crazy. I'll show you about it. I'm not real crazy about what I've done so far. I kind of want to reverse and stop before I move on too far. Anyway, so I laid this out today, and I figured we could put, I was thinking, like, not that one. Where is it? There's a couple here. Like a pocket, on the bottom of this, because I don't really want to cover her picture up, but I do want something on this page, of course. And then it's got a full-size pocket here. And then what I did was, this was where I had the music sheet and the doubled up music sheet, so that's the inside of the pocket. And then on this side, this is gonna get covered, of course, and decorated, but then here's another full nice big pocket. Okay, so when I said I don't really like what I used, it was because I was grabbing, at the time, I was just having fun grabbing what was on my desk, and I had mostly summer and springy colors on my desk. So I used like this and this one, which are beautiful kits in themselves, but they are bright. And then I did, this one's okay. This needs distressed, or maybe I may use some spray oxide on it or something. We'll see. But then this is pink, and this one's kind of okay. But yeah, these 3 pages, look at that. So what I was thinking was, I want to come back over this and, redo this with some colors that kind of are more schemed in what we're actually looking at than what I had, yeah, so that's my plan. Okay, so for this one, I had done a whole page, but part of it's tucked into the envelope here. Okay, that's why it's short. on this side. So what I'm going to do, I think, let me see, what do I want to do? I am thinking I'm going to cover one side, but I need to trim or cut this down a smidge on the width, because these pages that are glued in already, they were not full pages because my printer wasn't acting right, and so I had borders that I was having to cut off. And so what I was thinking was to just fold this piece over across the bottom here, at least on this section. Okay. Try to be as exact as I can be. Okay. Right. I'm not going to take off the whole page because I might be able to use, I'm going to get my finger wet and run it along the edge here. That weakens that paper a little bit. Yeah, this is the first time I've actually used the rice. This was from the rice paper that we did together. I hadn't used it yet on anything, so yeah, I really like it. Turned out good. Okay, and then I'm gonna lay this against to make sure am I on the spot. Looks like I did pretty good on that part. And then I'm gonna fold this. And the reason I'm doing this is because I don't know that I want to cover the other side with the same paper. I'm thinking I may want to match it on that side with a different paper. So I'm not going to take this all the way over. You know what? Hopefully I can get this. What I was going to do is see if I can trim. Yeah, I think I can do my little trim that I do along the, right here along this edge. So what did you guys do today? Did you do anything with your families? To go to church? To go shopping? Have you gotten any crafting done today? What did you make, if you did? I've been working all day on, for me, this is a Monday when I'm taping this. So I've been working on DigiKits for the shop this morning. I'm going to take just a hair's breadth of this off. And I posted two of them, or I don't know if it's two or three, I think it's two of them onto our Facebook, but our Facebook group. If you're not a member, the link is on the front it's on the front of the channel page, and it's also in the About section, okay? If you're interested in being a member and hanging out with us and posting some of your artwork, that'd be awesome because we'd love to see it. Yeah, anyway, I went ahead and posted a couple of them, but I was really excited. There was two of them I've done recently that I put on there. One is the Miss Lily Elsie DigiKit, which is all dedicated to her. If you don't know who she is, she was a famous actress back in the last, early part of the last century, and the late part of, the 19th century. Beautiful, beautiful woman. And a lot of us, not all, I'm speaking too broad, but a lot of us who do junk journals use her image and probably don't even know who she is. I had to research it because I was curious. And when I found out who she was, and then I was able to locate a bunch of photos, I decided that I would create my own kit because these were photos I'd never seen of her before, and I was so excited about that. So yeah, so I went ahead and I created the kit this last week and I put it up in the shop. And then the other kit I did was another one that I absolutely love to use, and ended up finding a bunch of images that I had not seen anyone use before. Some of them they have, but many of them are new to me, of Monet's oil paintings, his masterpieces. So I went ahead and created a kit with Monet paintings, and I'm super, super excited to print it out. I haven't printed mine out yet. I did print out, here, I'll show you real quick so that you know who I am talking about. I did print out the Lily photos, Miss Lily. This is that young lady I was telling you. So I had never seen this or this one or this one or that one, or let's see, that one there. So I was really excited to find all these images and be able to put together a cute kit for us to use. I'd never seen this painting of her. I'm sure that most of you recognize her. So yeah, anyway. So that was, I went ahead and got those all cut out and ready to use in my journals. I was so excited. Let's see, how did that do? I like that better. And I may, does this fit? It'd be kind of hard to cut it, but I'm gonna get a drink of my tea real quick, guys. We'll see. I'm not gonna worry about that one right at this second. Now this one is, I like that one, that's fine. And then, will this fit on here? Oh, it would. Let's do it on here. That's pretty. And maybe we'll just do a little bit up so it'll be like a frame. Okay. I needed something on there anyway. It is kind of nice the way it's coffee dyed. However, you know, it strengthens it to have something on it when it's an envelope. So, let's see. And this makes it possible for me to use all of that paper, which is very nice. I don't like wasting. Okay, so there's going to be the front. Is that good? Yep. I'm going to put it on here. Yeah, I just thought, you know, after I ended up doing that, come on now. Okay. After I ended up doing that spread the last time with you guys, I thought, you know what, this color scheme is off. And it's been kind of bugging me, and I haven't touched the folio because of it, in a way. Do you ever do that? Do you feel like you lose maybe the motivation to work on something because it's not looking right to you? You know, you lose kind of that feeling for it. Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm not liking what's happening here. So the inside cover where I did the spring and the stencil, I like that. I can kind of work around that probably and decorate over it and stuff. But yeah, the outside is just, yeah, it's too much to me. It's just too much for me. So yeah, I'm glad I decided to just print some stuff out that'll match better and cover it all up and make it more warm. And it's not going to necessarily be matchy, but it's going to match better than it does right now. Okay. I like this print. That's pretty. Those were fun, right? To make those ourselves. I really liked it. Now, on this side, I like this. It's just this pinky stuff we need to do something with. So let me grab my little fussy cuts and move them out of my way. Okay. And I brought, let's see. I really like this page. Let me see here. I was thinking if I have don't think I have, wait just 1 second. Let me grab my basket behind me. I think I have another print possibly of that. I can just find it. Nope, maybe not. Huh. Oh well. You know what I do have here is, these might look good too because it's the deeper green. I have my actual collage. And I've already scanned it, of course, it's in the shop. I was thinking maybe we could do on this page and this page. And then on this one, I don't know. It's a little too bright. I'm gonna pause you guys for just a second. I wanna print something real quick. Okay guys, I'm back. So what I did was I went and printed out a couple copies of that, and I want to show you the difference because of that matte paper. It's beautiful, but look how different it is from what the real collage looks like. I mean, that's huge difference, right? In the scope of the color. Look. I mean, it like cut out all the green and made the green look almost brownish, you know, like real earthy, deep green. You can see it around the edges, but yeah, I cut out all the, I just thought that was interesting. I was like, oh wow. And it's green on a cardstock. I mean, it comes out on my cardstock normal, but yeah. So the matte paper really makes everything look a little bit different. So I am looking here, and I think I'm going to cover this side. I did kind of like just a collage. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this up with this collage page. And then on, oops, there. And then probably on this side, let me see here. Oops, cut it a little bit big. Okay. It's probably still going to need cut a little bit more, I can tell. But just slightly. I might even just let it be like a frame and trim it enough so that it's framed a little bit there. There we go. That one's good. That's good enough. It's a little crooked, but it's bowing a little bit right through here. There. Okay. All right. Let's see here. I may need to add me some glue, but now this is not as strong a paper, so I'll probably glue pockets or, you know, some type of ephemera on top of it because of the fact that it is copy paper. Even though it's matte, it's a little bit thicker, but not, you know, to where I really trust it to be a pocket. So I'm gonna go ahead and just glue it down over the face of this page, and then I will, you know, add ephemera, like I said. Put something fun. I don't usually use my art glitter glue for this big area, but I forgot. So I usually use my tacky glue for this, but it should be fine. Should be fine. Okay. So I wanted to thank you guys, those of you who've been posting on our Facebook group. Again, the artwork is phenomenal. The poetry is beautiful. Just everything you guys have been contributing to our community blesses me so much. I'm like talking to you guys when I'm looking at the pictures. Some of you, I'm just like, oh my gosh, so-and-so, you know. I try to type out my messages to you like I'm thinking it, you know, like I'm feeling it, but, you know, I don't ever feel like I express it as much as I want to. How excited I really am to see your artwork. I mean, some of you have been very generous in sharing your posts, and I want to thank you for that. And I encourage everybody, you know, to start partaking and, you know, being a part of what we've got going on there, because it's starting to move forward, you know, and be a real Facebook group. And I know it's different when there's not the possibility of hundreds of people responding to your, you know, to your post, but it'll get there if we just keep, you know, moving forward and growing. We can't despise small beginnings, right? That's what the word tells us, not to despise small beginnings, because they build a foundation, you know, and that foundation is the most important part of your structure in anything, whether it be a marriage or a friendship or, you know, a business endeavor, anything, any type of career. You know, that beginning focal point is the most important thing. So I am going to punch a hole, a thumb hole, into this, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it right. Let's see. Maybe I should, let me see here. I mean, I know how I did it. Oh, this is still a little bit big. I know how I did it initially, but and I also wanted to thank those of you who've purchased digis from my shop. I sure hope you enjoy them and that you like them. If there's, you know, anything wrong with them, let me know, and I will try to fix anything that, you know, if it's not working out for you. I always print stuff out on my own computer on just your regular basic paper to make sure that it's working. But if for some reason you find that you're having trouble, you let me know, okay? I don't know if I can do that. Are you seeing what I'm trying to do? I don't think that's gonna work. This pocket may just, I don't know. It's definitely not gonna be in the same spot, you know? Yeah, I think I'll just cover it and cut a new one. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. It's gonna have to be in a little, it'll probably be off a little bit, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. If I just make sure, like if it's too much off, then I will try to reinforce it with something underneath on this page. Maybe just glue a piece. Oh, I could even do that before I glue this down, huh? That's true. What could I put there? Let's see. Just even a piece of like this right here, just to cover it, and then that way it can be cut again, recut. I think that's what I'll do. I hope this works. I've never tried to do this before, so we'll see. I know the glue's gonna have to be wiped off where I'm. It's all right. I'm just gonna do it like this, and then I will wipe the glue. It's just if I need to recut this, I mean, I'm going to recut this, so I need something to reinforce where this hole is. You know what I mean? So, pull this up and just wipe it off in that spot right there. Okay. All right, so that actually looks kind of cute right there. Okay, now let's back to the glue. Back to the glue. Hopefully my art glitter glue hasn't dried too much. I have been looking into, I have no idea if I'm going to succeed, but too many people are doing it for me not to at least check into it. I've been looking into possibly starting my own Amazon store with, you know, my chosen arts and crafts supplies. So we'll see. It's in the thought process right now and in the research part, but if anything does come about and I end up doing that, I will let you guys know. Oh, that looks pretty. I like that much better than this. Just for the matching sake. I'm not talking about the actual print. I love that print, so don't get me wrong. Now this is a little bit, let's see. Okay, I'm going to try to get this to, yeah, this is over, just, there's an overage here. Shoot. I wonder if it can be tucked. Yep, I think it can. I'm gonna tuck it. May need re-glued. Yeah, shoot. It'll work. I'm gonna make this work. It'll work. Okay. I'm just running that along to get a little more glue back on there because I didn't realize how much of it was hanging over, that it was enough to actually tuck it back in. So there. Now this corner, of course, is going to be catching on the, like the rim of the, yeah, it's going to have to be trimmed right there, but let this dry. And I'm going to grab my little X-Acto knife and just trim this piece right here off, and then this one right here off. Okay, like it never existed. Okay, all right, now let's see. Yeah, that's better. And then we're going to recut. I'm going to stand up to do this, make sure I get it right. Does that look pretty centered, guys? Yeah. Come on. There we go. All right. Cut right through that word, but that's okay. There we go. Nice. Okay, so I like that. That looks pretty good. Now I need, let's see, so we have, does it go like that? Yeah. No, it goes like this. Okay. It's just folding weird because it's got the glue on it. So we've done this page, or this envelope, this one here, and now this one here. So I want to cover this piece, and I actually printed out 2 of these because I was thinking, but now that I'm seeing how far away it is, I don't really think it has to be that. It could be one of these. They're all my digitals, I mean my collages, so they kind of match, you know, the style. It could be one of these. Let's see. I just need 1 strip to cover this pocket, and then it'll be good. Let's get it on the right corner there. I don't want to have to tuck that again. I'm trying to make sure it's folding. I want it right to the edge. Okay. As soon as I'm done covering these pages, we'll go through the box that's finished ephemera and pick a few things, and maybe if I have time, we'll decorate. Let's see how long the video goes. I don't want to take you guys over, you know, but I'm thinking if Oh, am I cutting this little girl right? Oh my gosh, I am. Look at that. I'm cutting the side of her head off. Oh well. Sorry, baby girl. Okay. Oh, hers is right in half. See, that's the part I don't like with collage. I've told you guys, I get like, oh, I don't like cutting people in half and animals and... Okay, I think that that's close enough to the edge that I can actually trim that by hand. So I'm not going to try to fold it. I'm just going to get this glue on here. Anyway, I just wanted to get these pages covered, and then I figured we could do a little decorating. So, and I do believe I'm going to have to fill my glue. It's running low. Okay. All right. Okay. And I'll probably take my distress ink and run it over just, you know, just slightly to darken this because it's pretty bright. I'm going to have to trim this too because this is a little bit over. Just slightly. Got to be careful though, I don't want to cut my pocket. And then this part, am I even in camera here, guys? This thing is kind of big to be doing this sideways like this. I was just going to trim this piece here if I can. I'm going to get a shorter pair of scissors. That'll work better. There we go. Let's see. There. All right. So we've got, there we go. I like that better. And then when it's opened all the way, see? So now probably what I'll do is take the other portion of that one. Okay, this portion of this one, and put it on the back side of this one, and then that way this will match, and then when you flip it, you know, this side will match. And this paper is so grungy and got the red effect to it that it doesn't really, it's not really a mismatch too much, you know what I mean? I mean, it looks kind of good together, so I probably won't cover that. Let's see. I think I'll use this side. Okay. So to make sure I'm in that fold, I don't want to go over the fold. I hope I get this right. Pray for me. I just wish I could just have not done all this work beforehand. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't have to be backtracking and fixing what I did. It's kind of annoying. Do you guys ever do stuff like that? Tell me I'm not the only one. See, I think I'm in the curve. There we go. I don't usually do this anymore. This is kind of a newbie trick I would have done when I first started. I used to get super excited when I would make a cover, and I would end up, where's my scissors? I would end up you know, finishing it and then realizing, oh no, I needed to do the closure, or oh man, I still have to sew the spine. That was a good one for me. Has anybody ever did the show of hands? Show of hands. Has anybody ever done that? Where you finish the cover and realize that you finished the spine and didn't leave yourself room or a way to sew the signatures in? Yeah, and had to take like the whole spine off. I've done that. I did that a few times, to be honest. I'm just going to be honest. You know, putting it out there, being transparent for everybody. I did. I totally did that, and it was so frustrating. So, you know, when you've done that a couple of times, you start remembering, and I'm real surprised that I went and did all of this before. I think it kind of shows I haven't been feeling myself lately, because, yeah. So I worked out today, guys, and I did this is kind of funny. I did it's called Senior, okay? What is it? Senior Sneakers, okay? It's a YouTube channel. Senior Sneakers, for us elderly folk to do aerobic dance. Yeah, because I love to dance, and I really, really, really need to do aerobics for my heart, and I really don't feel, I didn't sleep well. I kind of slept bad last night, and for part of the night, and so I really didn't feel like getting up and getting dressed early and going to the gym. So I decided to look on YouTube, and sure enough, great videos. We all know YouTube's got great videos for everything, so I thought, well, I'll do this, and it was a pretty good workout. I mean, it was like a 30-minute, you know, routine, or 25 minutes, I guess. And it was a lady running it, an older woman who led the class, and it was just her. It wasn't even a quote class. It was just a routine she did on video. But she looked really great for her age, and she went through 3 types of dancing. I mean, it was just fun. It was fun. It wasn't bad at all. And so I felt better for it afterwards. You know, you always feel better when you exercise. It hurt going in, but it felt good at the end. And I felt better mentally because I did that. So if anybody's concerned about me, I am trying. I'm not just, you know, sitting here on my booty, not trying. My husband thanked me for working out. He's so sweet. Poor baby. He's very worried about me, and you can see it in his eyes. He sits and stares at me and tells me he loves me about 30 times in 2 minutes. I mean, he's so sweet, and yeah. So I have to take care of myself for him and my babies, because nobody is ready to say goodbye yet, you know. And I'm only 56, so that's too young to even be contemplating saying goodbye, right? Amen? Unless it's the Lord's choice. But anyway, so I worked out. So here's this one, and then we've got this neutral in the middle. This is, of course, Shabby Dabby, Miss Tina. And then I've got this one. It's on this side. I need to quit putting it over there. So that's there. And then we've got that one and that one. I'm liking it better, you guys. I feel better about it. And then this is very neutral. This is a pocket right here from one of my collages that's in the shop, if you're interested, if you like it. Yeah, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to grab, let me see. Do you guys, you want to see something funny? I did this, and this is like a vellum picture off of one of my pieces of ephemera, but it's on music paper. Can you see where her nose is? It's a note, but it looks like she has a Mickey Mouse nose. It's such a cute little like belly band or bookmark, you know, but then I look at it and I'm like, oh, I put it on the wrong spot. I think it's really funny. She would make a really good belly band on something like right here. Let's see. Or even right here. Some red in there. Got the red. Let me look. Oh, I gotta cover this. That's another, I'll do these probably on my own and just to get them covered, but yeah, we gotta do that. Let me see. I've got this that I really like, and I've been trying to find a spot for it because it doesn't, it's so wide. This is one of the very first things I ever made. Back when I first started, this is one of my pieces of stash that I have left over in an envelope, and as you can see, it's super wide and it just does not fit on the page for me. But I was thinking right now as I turn this, it might look kind of good right here going sideways. What do you think? I don't know if it really matches. We could put it here. I think these papers are too white to, there you go. Looks good there. Let's see. Not bad right there. These are going to get covered. This one's, it would look good there. I think I'll put it there. It's the back side of that pocket I just did. And this is doubled up and sewn together, so it's really strong. Yep, I think that's the spot. I'm going to use my, for this one I'm going to use the hot glue gun. Okay. All right. Yeah, I've just been hanging on to it and not using it because I couldn't find anywhere that really housed it well. So this folio, I think, might be the perfect spot. Perfect spot. Let's see. And then, of course, we'll put, you know, I glued it in as a pocket, so we'll put something inside, a journal card, a couple of journal cards, or some coffee dyed paper, you know, something like that. But there we go, there's one piece down. And then we did this one the other day. I really, now that I'm away from this page, I don't hate it. I did not like it as I was doing it. As you guys know, I was complaining the whole time. But yeah, I'm not hating it now, so that's good, right? Let's see. Oh, this is a pocket, so oh, she's so pretty. Look at that. There's our Miss Lily Elise. Now this is good right here, but this is gonna have to be glued on a little bit better. It's not, it's on that material. I'm just gonna go over the spots where I know the lace is firm, and then push that there. I like that little lace pocket on the front. Okay. Huh. I don't know. She might. She may kind of look good just like on her own, like a pocket tag, you know? I don't usually do pocket tags, but oh, that looks nice. But because of the front pocket on here, I kind of think I'm gonna put it that way. Okay, let's see here. No, I'm definitely going to do some distressing here real quick. This is throwing me off because it's not distressed, and it's so bright. So we're gonna grunge this up a little bit. Let me put a piece of paper under there so I don't get it everywhere. See, I'm remembering stuff. There we go. It's looking more, that's what I wanted. More of a grungy. I hope you guys like this when we're done. Just encourage me and let me know if anybody does like what's going on with what I'm doing here. I know you had said you liked it, but I just wasn't sure about how I had done those pages. Now that those have changed, I feel better about it. And then, but let me know. What do you think? What's your opinion? Am I being too hard on myself? I'm kind of hard on myself, I know. I can be. Actually, I've been told that pretty much my whole life. I'm very self-critical of my own work. You guys have been so kind to compliment my work, and I try to express it, like I said a few minutes ago, I try to express through my messages back to you what it makes me feel, you know. It's really hard to put into words what a blessing and just how important your words are to me, and how much they have ministered to my confidence level, because starting this, I like that much better. Starting this channel, I was very, very unsure about it. I knew that I liked what I was doing. I knew my husband liked what I was doing. But, you know, to put it out there to total strangers and really, you know what I'm saying? Because many of you have told me that you wouldn't start a channel because you know, you don't want to put yourself out there like that. And that's, I totally understand, because that's what I felt. And to have the friends that I've grown to have now, you guys being the way you are about my work and telling me you like it, means the world to me. Even if I'd never started a channel, like I said, I liked my work and I enjoyed it, and that's fine and that's enough. But if you're going to put yourself out into the world, into the public eye, and as an artist, you know, our art is a part of us, you know. And people can be so cruel in our world, and none of you have ever been anything but kind, and you're amazing. I mean, you know, there's days I wake up and I go to read the posts, and I'll be honest with you, I prep myself inside my own head to be ready to hear criticism, mostly about what I talk about with my faith, to be honest. But no one has been unkind. You guys are amazing and wonderful, and I'm very, very grateful for all of you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If you can't hear my heart when I'm texting you, please hear my heart right now, and know that you guys are very, very important, and you each one have made a difference to me, and I wanted you to know that. When I'm answering your messages, I mean every word, and we all know emails and, you know, text messages don't express emotion. That's why we created emojis. But even emojis cannot always express exactly what we're feeling. And so I wanted to say that to you guys. I know I've said things like that, but I received some messages today from people that were just so precious to me, and really moved my heart. So thank you. I like this so much better now that I'm doing this distressing. This is making them, you know, everything kind of toned down, that brightness. This folio is not meant to be, you know, super bright. It's just not. You can tell by looking at it. It's just definitely meant to be vintage and old and grungy, you know. Okay, so now that we did that part, let me see where we're at on in time. Oh, we're coming to the end, guys. Coming to the end. I hope you're liking this. Let's see. Let's find some more goodies in here. I've got, oh, this one. Nah, not that one. Oh, wait. Oh, look. Ooh, these are those, I love these pockets so much. The ones that we made that were inspired by Yale. Oh, gee whizzle sticks, they're so pretty. So yeah, I think this one will be great here and I haven't been doing like, I do this as a three-way pocket, but I've been doing it from one of the sides because the top, I don't want, this is already, you know, it's vellum, so it's going to be, and it's book page, so it's going to be a little bit weaker. So I would rather have the second opening. I don't want to have an opening here and then an opening behind it. That's my point, because they'll be pulling on it more, you know what I mean? And so I've been putting mine on the sides. So I'm going to do it coming from this angle. Yeah, I think this will go perfect right here. That, see, that makes me like the project again, when it starts to make sense to my eyes again, you know. I'll probably put like some ribbon or something on this as well, on this spot, to decorate the page more. Let's see, what colors do I have? I have so many over here that I could use. I got all those on sale that day, remember? Oh, a black one would look pretty with this, huh? So, okay, not right this second. I don't want to jump into doing a ribbon and then, you know, and we may have to just lay it out flat. And so we might use lace instead. But I think black would look really pretty here. And then this is a total page to like decorate because there's no pocket here or anything. And I was thinking, where's my girls here? I had cut out those fussy cuts, and I was just gonna see, because these will match. I was thinking that maybe one of these and then something at the top, but I wasn't sure. How does this? No, they're the same direction, and I don't, yeah. So that won't work with that. What else do I have here? It's gotta have the right tone. I like her as a tuck spot right there. I'm gonna trim this off, this black. Don't need that. Trim it right here. Let's see. I know it's already a dark, but I was gonna just make sure the edges are kind of, you know, up at the, you know, that browned edge there. Make sure it's, and then like where her dress is white and her hair here. And I am going to distress her a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to put her right there. I like her right there. So, such a beautiful little girl. My goodness. And what I was thinking, because there's so much page left, that we could do like a small pocket up here and then do like a tag, you know, coming out. I'm not going to put it directly in the corner just because I really love this design and I want it to show through on the edges. So there's a tuck spot. And we'll probably do, you know, maybe a butterfly and a scripture or something there on the edge with her. She doesn't need a lot, I don't think, because she's just so pretty. I was looking at these and wondering if I did, you know what, if I distress this, let's just try it to see. The reason I didn't cut it off is because it's like a book frame almost, and so I left the white thinking that it would take nicely to the vintage photo. Okay. And I was right. It's taken nicely to it. And then I'm going to run it around. And this here, just go up that center. Okay, now that looks nicer, see? And I was thinking if we did, like, we could have this as a pocket here and do like a short tag, you know? A couple of short tags in there. I think that would be cute. Or is that too much of her on the page? Maybe it is. Let's see. What else do I have over here? There's some I didn't cut yet, so let me look real quick here and see what I have. I could just cut this in half and then do her up in the corner like another tuck, you know? I think I'll do that. I think we'll do that. Okay. I'll cut this right here. Right, and then I'm going to run her up in this corner and make her a squared off tuck. Where's my glove? Duh. Okay. And what we can do is we can do a little bit of decorating on the page too, you know, like maybe with some bling or some, you know, phrases here across, you know, and draw the eye to that. So that'll be pretty. Okay, now I'm not sure about this page here. This is probably going to have to change right here. This one, the brown one on the other side, I don't think it's too bad. But I'm just running this glue right here because it's pulling a little bit on that corner. Working on it so soon after putting it down. But anyway, yeah, and so I think I will end up covering this piece. I don't think I have any more of that, but I might grab, you know, if I can, I'll just print this out again and maybe cut this, you know, to cover this. Because I don't know. It's a really big clash, you know, to me. Okay. And then this one, let's see here. Now, this young lady, what was I thinking to put her? What was it? There was a spot. Or was it right there? Probably, knowing me. Well, there are other places in the book. Oh no, it was right here. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to glue her in as a tag pocket. Okay. So I'm going to make sure, well, because you go in from either side, and this is a pocket over here, maybe I'll leave this side open. And I'm going to do it like this, so the top part of the tag is cut off. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure it stays down. I did this for the first time the other day in another journal, and it looked pretty cool, so I was like, oh, yeah. I had never thought to make a tag a pocket, but there we go. So there's that one. And then this little lady, I do not want her majorly covered up, and I want something that matches from the kit. I do want to do a little distress on her. And you can see the difference in printing on the cardstock. This is the color it is on screen. Like, this is what it looks like for real. And then this is so much more vibrant on that matte paper. It's crazy how much more it shows up. I'm just doing a little distressing on my little girl here. She's kind of bright white. Let's see. If we put that, let's see. I have others. Let me grab here. Hang on. I don't want anything that's going to totally cover that page. I just I want her to still stand out. I'm wondering. No, it's too big. Never mind. So is this. I was thinking maybe a little belly band to this, off to the side. What about this little guy? It's so cute. Isn't that cute? I just love these. I mean, I could sit and make these for hours, the vellum. Oh, we have this one too. We decorated the other day for inside here. Not that page, of course, but to put it, you know. Nope, that will cover her. Duh. Let's see, what is this on this side? Nope, never mind. This may not work in here, actually. Well, guys, that would look cute up there as a second pocket on top, and then this is a pocket down below. I like that, and there's not a lot that it's covering. What time is it? Oh, okay, guys, it's time. So sorry. I kept you for a full hour again. I love you guys. You have a wonderful day, and you have a wonderful week, and I hope I get to see you tomorrow and that you come hang out with me for Mass Monday. Okay? I love you. God bless. Bye.